We are on the truck, small truck, and it's Monday morning. I'm with Raphael, the cameraman, the editor, musician, composer, music composer, and his wife Catherine, the stage manager. We are going on Shanagan to see if we can find some mushrooms, maybe chanterelles, boletus, honey mushrooms, maybe pine mushroom, but I think it's too early. And the weather is so good because look, it's very foggy, which means humid, and the mushroom grows with humidity. We had quite a few days of rains the last few days, and so and it's still warm, ideal. But we'll see. Going mushroom picking is like going fishing. Can be a nice boat ride or a nice walk in the woods. So here we are on a Shanagan woods. I don't know how to call this place, but there's the road that we can go as far as here, and then we're gonna go up this mountain and see what happened. These traces of a chanterelle. Maybe somebody definitely was here before. Yes, well, somebody was here before. This is a chanterelle. So far it's very dry, but we got some boletus, low-end boletus, the one with the sponge on the bottom. They're not really necessarily, many people don't pick them up. They are good to eat. I mean, they're not poisonous, but they're not high quality. So we'll dry them, dehydrator, and then once they are dry, they're good for sauce for risotto or something like that. And this is the boletus. So we cut the bottom, but it's still kind of solid. So we clean this a little bit so we do less work at home. By the time we get home, they'll probably get the yellow disappear and becomes bruised, green like that. But that doesn't mean anything. It just means being cut and oxidized. So this is another day for mushroom picking, since last time didn't go that well, except for some small boletus that we dried. Now we have, I came with a friend, parishioner friend, that they blindfolded me, and they took me in the middle of these woods, and I know is the area of, what's it called, Glenora area, Duncan, Vancouver Island, BC. That's all I know. We drove for like 40 minutes in the logging road, and this looks like a good spot. So we're gonna go and look for some wild mushrooms, hoping to find some chanterelles for sure. What a beautiful walk in the woods with the sunlight shining on the path, and we just go into there and see what we can find. I think there is something under this. There is a mushroom, and looks like a nice white chanterelle. Cut it, and this is a Chanterelle, and there's another one beside. Yeah, so we need to clean it first a little bit more here, because otherwise we'll clog the sink in the kitchen. My friends, the professionals, they come with a brush. So when they get them, they brush them off right here. And of course I haven't thought about it. So what I understand, those are the Rucola with a really red-brown cup, and there is a kind of a pinkish line, bruise, pink bruise on the stem, and they smell like almost like a shrimp, and yeah, like shrimp, yeah, like a seafood, and they are good, but the taste is a bit nutty. So, but this is old one. To add to our group, our community, we get some small one. So they're nice, the prime one. Yeah, we got quite a few good white chanterelles. There's 2 nice bag full of chanterelles. A few of these Rucola with a pink rosy side, which means it's edible. And also my friend told me you have to taste it, so that's my bite. If it's bitter, that's not good, but it's not bitter. It's bitter and spicy. Thank you. But it's actually nice and sweet, so it's edible. And then a couple of those spongy ones, the Boletus. So we go home, share the harvest, and tonight we're gonna cook them. And with a finger we just have to, and a small knife, take all the black out. This is good. Put it in the bucket. And it's not bitter. And there's like a pinky rose hue on the side, which means it's a good Rucola. It's evening. We arrived to the end of the day. Long day today in the woods. We got some nice mushrooms. We gave some away as well, and this is the main one with different mushrooms. These are all the chanterelles. This is the little, it's called Lactarius. They are all this small. We just got one for the taste. It's bleeding blue. It's okay. It's actually the proof from the book that is the edible one. Remember we got last week, and we dried them, as you have seen before. Those are dried. We're not going to use them tonight. We're going to save them. Oh, this smells good. Try. We're going to save them for later. We can do a mushroom risotto. They can stay a long time in here. I still have some from last year. Once they are dry, they are locked in, they're safe. At the end, because there are a lot, we're going to have some we eat tonight with some whipping cream and parsley, and I got some ravioli. We're going to put it in the water later on. The other batch that we're going to save, we're not going to put parsley and cream, no. We're going to take them and we're going to freeze them in here, and that can stay for as long as you want. For all of these, I think I use 4 cloves. The garlic is in, and now we cut the mushroom and we start with the Rucola. So this is the first batch of the Rucola, and because we add a small batch at a time, we add a little white wine now. We can't put them all at once because there is no space, but they will shrink slowly. and we can keep adding wine a little bit at a time. So that's you see as they cook, they reduce, get smaller. So at the last we put the boletus because they are soft and so they melt much faster. The other mushrooms, the rucola and the chanterelle, they're more firm, right? So they don't melt as fast. Start to get going, so one more shot of wine, and now we can also add salt. So now we can let them go for another 5-10 minutes, but we're going to trim it down a little bit so they don't dry as fast and they cook longer. Okay. Now when they're cooking, we're going to prepare the last final touch. We're going to cut some parsley. We're going to cut some parsley now. So this is for the final touch, and then we put some whipping cream, just a touch to make it a bit creamy. And but before we do that, we're going to take some out because there's a lot, and we're going to put them in a box. Not right away because they're too hot, but that's for the freezing. So if you see this is the chanterelle is still firm, and the boletus is kind of melting away. They're very slimy now. I think we are ready to take some out now for a batch for the freezing. Put them in the bowl to let them cool down a little bit. We're gonna use these guys. We're gonna add a little bit whipping cream as we put some ravioli in the pot in the water. The ravioli is spinach and cheese. I bought them. Didn't have time to make them. Maybe one day we can make from scratch the ravioli. So we're gonna put them in. Turn this a bit higher. And as they go, we can add some cream. And let it sit for a bit. Oh, yummy. Wow. Look at this beauty. Almost is calling for a secret touch. Butter, butter, butter. Secret touch. Don't tell anybody. And maybe some pepper, because the pepper on the cream goes always well. The mushrooms. The sauce is ready. Let the butter melt a little bit. The ravioli are just about ready. So we're gonna take ravioli and put them in here. I'm gonna put them in like that. You can actually turn it off now. Maybe not all of them. into the fornale. Now we're gonna taste them, because we cannot let it go without tasting them. That's why we make them. Ah, beauty. So now we're gonna taste them. No, this has to be a Boletus. This is a Chanterelle. Nice and soft and delicious. It melts in your mouth. Nice ravioli. Oh, best combination, ravioli and mushroom sauce. Really, you should go out in the woods, and I know that going to the woods is so healing. The Japanese says 20 minutes walk in the woods is a Japanese tradition. Walking in the woods for 20 minutes, it will have some sort of healing inside. So go in the woods. Even if you don't get any mushroom, it's fine. It's a beautiful walk. But look for chanterelles, because they're very easy to recognize. They're yellow or white, and you saw the shape, and you can come and ask me, and I'll be happy to help you to identify the chanterelles, and then cut them up, wash them, cut them up, and put them in a pot. So easy and so good. The taste of the wild. Bless you all.